All right. So, all right, we're here with Dylan Simington, United States Navy sailor. Were you IT?
IT.
ITSN?
Yeah.
ITSN. All right. First of all, I'm Coach Collins, and I'm just here doing a short interview with one of my former players, and he's a current United States Navy sailor. And we just want to give the young women or young men out there, just who have some questions about the Navy, just kind of sharing his experience and what he's gone through in his short Navy career. All right, so Dylan, how long have you been in the Navy?
I've been in the Navy a year and 8 months.
Okay, year and 8 months. Okay, what inspired you to join the Navy?
Um, my biggest inspirations would be my two coaches, Coach Collins and Coach Simmons.
Okay, um, was that just something after high school you just wanted to do something different? You didn't want to go to college, or what made you push the Navy route?
So my junior year, the end of my junior year, me, my coaches, and my dad, we all sat down, had like a heart to heart. And then so we was talking about like basketball. I was still playing basketball at the time. Um, I still had like decent grades, and so I was being honest. I told him I didn't want to do college. I really didn't. Like even if I got like a scholarship, I ain't college ain't for me. And so he was like, the Navy. I'm like, I'll go take the ASVAB, but like he was like, it's a backup plan. If you don't get a scholarship to the school you want to go to, this, that, and the third, then at least you'll have a backup plan. So senior year came, walked across that stage of the Navy, best decision of my life.
All right, cool. What were some of your main fears and concerns prior to you joining the Navy? Was there a lot of stuff that you heard, just, different theories, or just, people trying to, the scare tactics or whatever the case may be? What were some of your main fears and concerns about actually joining the Navy?
Definitely, I would say that like I was scared I wouldn't say of becoming a man. It was just more like I would be working with grown men. And I was like, I didn't know if I would like adjust properly because I was still a kid. I'm still laughing, goofing around all the time. Like everything was funny to me. I'm not gonna say I didn't change, but it's definitely like levels to it. Like I'm definitely more professional, more. It's like a work environment. But at the end of the day, I'm still me. And my biggest fear would definitely was cutting my hair off. Oh, cutting my hair off hurt me. It hurt me a lot.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Hurt me a lot. But
what would you say to young people just getting over that fear of just, having to let, like facial hair go, or, just cutting your hair off, going through that process? Because, of course, you had to do it yourself.
It's going to go back. At the end of the day, it's going to go back. And the new you going to look better than the old you at the end of the day. Everybody going to adjust to it just fine. If anything, they're going to like you better. I promise
you. Okay. So what was going through your mind when you first arrived to Great Lakes to boot camp?
Ooh, man, they was on go as soon as we got on the bus. Man, they was yelling here, give up your phone, strip, all that. I was like, dang. See that's when my coaches came in. They in my ear yelling. So it was just like a surprise, like probably 5 seconds. I'm like, who is you? But like, it ain't hurting me, and then like I'm not taking it personal. Like they just trying to get their job done at the end of the day.
Oh, okay. Did you arrive at boot camp at daytime or nighttime?
Nighttime.
Nighttime. Okay. What was it like that night when you arrived?
Oh no! You like get no sleep that first day.
Okay.
You gonna think, like I'm saying that, like you gonna think, man, you're not touching the bed. I promise you, just straight paperwork. Even the second day, you're not gonna sleep.
Right.
You gonna get in the bed. 2 hours later, they get up, get up, get up. Man, I was so bad, tired, all of it. Mind you, still gonna be, your body gonna get real good too, because you're gonna be working out a lot.
So what do you think about like the first week of boot camp, like the Smurf week?
Looking back on it, I enjoyed it, but during the time, I hated it. You was getting beat for everything. You was work out. Man, they didn't even let us shower one day. Straight working out. I was like, God. But I'm glad it happened because it got me disciplined and it just got you used to being like, I wouldn't say controlled, but like more authority figures, like to respect your like elders, authority. Yeah, around that.
Was anybody struggling with the process?
Never forget, dude woke us up in the middle of the night trying to get us together. This like the second week. We still getting beat every day because we not listening. We not together. All this. He come in. He like, cause our output got us together that night. He was like, he want to talk to us. You know, I said my little 2 cents. Everybody, we come together. I feel it. We slowly coming there. This dude, man, he came on some, yeah, I love y'all. I wouldn't do this with nobody else. I'ma never leave y'all. He was like, he's sick, this, that. Next day, dude went into the RDC place, like the fish, they call it the fish bowl. Talking about this, that, and the third. He was out of there by no later than 12 o'clock that day. I was like, hey, that's crazy.
So he got sent back home?
Sent back home.
Oh, okay.
The next day. Never forget.
Anybody else get sent back home just
it was
sporadically?
Yeah, like probably that. I mean, the first 2 weeks, multiple people get sent out for various reasons. Drug tests. A dude failed the drug test. He got to like the 8th week. They RDCs pulled him to the side. It was like, yeah, y'all go. He was like, yeah, you gone. Packed his stuff up. He went back home. We all asked around like, what happened? One of us was being nosy, caught the ear. Yeah, he failed the drug test. I think he popped on weed, or it was weed or codeine, one of them.
Okay. So what were your RDCs like?
I love them to death. One of them smart. Remind me of my coach, actually. Pulled me to the side the second week because I was still smiling and stuff. He hated it. I'll never forget. Pulled me to the side. He said, I'm going to break you. You like to joke and stuff. I said, he black, looked just like me. I said, what? What did I do? He said, drop. So he was on me bad. Everything I did, I'm talking about, he was keeping his eye on me. He'll look this way, yell at somebody, be looking at me the whole time through the window. He said, Simington, you thought that was funny? I said, he wasn't even looking at me. I didn't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He said, that fishbowl, a mother truck. I said, go ahead and get me, man. Yeah, he enjoyed it to death, though. Got me right. Got me right.
But they kept y'all motivated, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what do you think about the boot camp food?
People hated it, but I was a fan of it. Because I ain't eaten before the Navy. You can ask anybody. I was picky. Now I'm going to eat because I'm hungry. Because I was working out outside of like them working inside. I was still working out because my mom was still focused on basketball. I'm like, I ain't trying to get too big because I'm trying to still be able to hoop. When I get out, gotta make sure I can still hoop. But I done got real solid because of them. So I respect them and love it for them.
Right. So every time you went to child boot camp, you was looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah. That 10 minutes went by too fast.
×2 for the shipmate?
Man, and then I was last, so I was one of the taller people. I hated it.
Did anybody pass out from locking their knees up at waiting for to eat at chow?
Yeah. Yeah. But
So you actually seen somebody like drop while they were white?
scariest thing of my life. I was
Yeah.
like, what happened?
Yeah, blocking the knees.
It's dangerous. It happened again after I graduated boot camp too. Like during that ceremony, people was dropping left and right. I was like, dang. But they told us about it then. Before that, they didn't tell us about it. But during the ceremony before that, when we was practicing, it was like, yeah, don't lock your knees out because you're gonna be standing here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
When they felt that ground, heard it.
Yeah, you hear that smack, but it's too late by then. All right. So when was the first time you were able to call home?
That third week. Yeah, that third week. It wasn't long though. It was probably like 5 minutes. I got a funny story. I called my mama 6 times. She didn't pick up nail one but the last one. I was so mad. I'm talking now. This is my job. I called her twice the first time we got a call. We got 3 phone calls. I called her twice each time. She didn't pick up nail but the last one. Because I was calling my dad. I was like, Dad, by the time I'm telling him to tell her, I gotta go.
Right.
I was so mad. My dad, the only one that picked up.
Oh, okay. Did you get a chance to talk to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last one.
Okay.
Like 8th week. Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't talk to her the first time?
First or the second time.
Was that heartbreaking?
I was hurting. Everybody talking about how they crying because they talking to their mom. I said, guess what? My mom ain't answer. They looking at me like, what? So, yeah.
Maybe you called her from your cell phone or you called her from?
You can't use your cell phone.
Oh, okay.
It's like a house phone.
Oh, okay. Maybe she wasn't expecting so.
But I wrote her a note to tell her that I'm going to call you on not my number, but just be available.
I'm sure she hates she missed that call though. You know, hearing from her firstborn. So, I'm sure that was tough on her missing the call when you made it. All right, so what do you think about the swimming training and the test that you all had to go through?
I'm not gonna lie, I failed it the first 2 times. So I was in training till the 5th week. I got out of it. But I couldn't swim though. I told them I couldn't swim, but I think if I would have tried to get it, I probably would have got it because they wasn't expecting that much. But if they told me they weren't gonna be able to save me, I said, all right, man, sure ain't me.
So what were you struggling with?
Floating. I can't float.
Floating, that was tough. Okay.
I cannot float. And then they didn't want you to swim on your face. They wanted you to swim like backwards. So that was another thing. But I mean, if you would have did it by yourself, you could have swam forward.
So was any other recruits struggling with that part, the swimming part?
Man, it was embarrassing. I was like, y'all joined the Navy knowing you finna be in water. You can't even swim at all? Man, I'm talking about people in the kiddie pool since before I got there. And they was telling me they on their 4th week. They got held back to first swim. You could get held back because they could not pass. They can't swim.
So what do you think when you had to step off the high board and go down into the water?
I'm scared of heights, but I did it with one of my friends, so it wasn't that bad. I seen him jump. I was like, you know what? It can't be that bad. He made it to the other side. I was like, you know what? I got this. Once I got in that air, I definitely heart starting to race a little bit.
So it felt pretty good once you got past the swimming test?
Yes. I feel like that was a major confidence booster for me, seeing that little stamp on my medical record. I was like, I'm really going places.
How did it feel making it to the last week of boot camp and putting on the Navy hat?
It was really a surreal experience. Like, thinking about everything you done been through, like that last week, they're not really gonna mess with you like the RDCs, none of that. You're not getting beat. We was going around asking to get beat because we were just bored because it ain't nothing to do. Just chill. So you just like chilling. I mean, it was boring. Like the slowest 24 hours in the day. But you got a lot of time to talk to your people, like really get to know them. Like without being scared of getting beat. Like no, you just talking to you really getting to know your people and seeing how they feel about certain stuff. And it's really just like a bonding moment. Like,
Did y'all get the surf and turf?
surf. What's that?
Did y'all get the steak and lobster like the last week of
Oh
boot
yes,
camp?
yeah, yeah, we
Okay.
did, yeah, we did. Hey, with the RDCs, yeah. And then that's when I really like gained a newfound respect for, because they was really like, it was really like a heart to heart. Like, it was like a father son moment. Like, they was explaining like, nah, this is just a job. We not this that. Like, if you ever need us, here's our contact. Like, it was real. I was like, dang, like, you had me fooled.
You right. You felt like that at that moment that the Navy was real and the brotherhood and sisterhood was starting to make a lot of sense.
Right.
Everything you had been through during boot camp. So did you have a sense of pride and accomplishment during your graduation ceremony?
Yes. Seeing the people that I've been sleeping around, basically lived with for 90 days straight, yeah. I was like, damn, we really made it. People you would never thought, imagined, but they done did everything I done did. And proud of them. They crying butt booty naked in the shower because they just got the worst beating of their life, and now they here. Like,
Was your ceremony indoor or outdoor?
indoor.
Indoor.
There's a long walk to get there, though.
Okay.
Long walk.
All right. Is there anything you want to share with all the young women and men out there who may be considering the Navy as a career?
I would say do it. Like, at the end of the day, it's one contract. If you don't like it, get out. But it's definitely worth it. The experiences you're gonna get, you ain't gonna get them nowhere else. Promise you. I done been to college. I done been around the world. Like, the Navy, it'll treat you right. It definitely, whether you got a good commander or a bad commander, the people you meet, they're gonna be for lifers. I mean.
All right, Dylan. Well, appreciate your time. And as always, it was always great having you as a player on our team. Much respect to you for what you're doing. As far as your career in the Navy, standing in the watch for us, so we can continue to have the freedoms that we do. And we appreciate you for that. We appreciate you and all your shipmates for everything that you do. And we just hope this interview will be able to help some young men and women kind of understand that what you've been through, and if they got any questions or if they're on the fence about joining the Navy. We hope that this interview will give them some better insight of some of the things that you just went through, and consider the Navy for a career opportunity for them moving forward. Again, we thank you, and is there anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
I wouldn't be here without the person standing behind the camera, and my dad, my mom, just my family. Like, it means a lot. Thank y'all.
All right. Thank you.